everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendy. I've got a small haul for you and a small tale. Monk just scared the bejesus out of me. I'm still shaking. I'm still shaking. Um, every morning I get every morning Monk gets up when I do. I get up at 4 or before 4 in the morning. And I go ahead and do the coffee and, smoke a cigarette. I'm a smoker. I take my medication, my morning medications, and I'm busy for about 45 minutes. And then Monk wakes up and gets up and he starts knocking on the little lock on his cage, letting me know that he's ready to get up for the morning. Because he and I are on the same schedule. So, I get him in his ball and I go ahead and I get cleaned up and everything. And he runs around in his ball while I get cleaned up, feed the cats. And then when I get finished getting cleaned up, I come in here and I get their bowls from the day before out of their cages, Meek and Monk. And I cut them up watermelon and lettuce and greens, whatever they're going to have for that day. I go ahead and cut that up, put that in the bowls, and put them back in the cages. Well, I usually give them acorns too. There's 2 acorn trees in my yard, so I give them acorns every single day. I go outside or I pick enough to last for a few days up off of the ground and wash them real good. And I give them acorns. Well, I didn't have any acorns this morning. My husband had picked up some pecans, some small pecans, from somewhere. I don't even know from where. So I get 2 of them and I crack them just enough, to get them cracked open. And then I put them in Monk's cage. Now 5 or 10 minutes goes by, and I hear Monk making this sound I've never heard him make before. And when he started making this sound, I knew it was a I am hurting sound. I knew instantly. I'm his mother. I've had him for 9 months. I've known every sound that this chipmunk makes. He whistles at my husband because he gives him pecans. I don't give him pecans, and he whistles at Gary. He doesn't even whistle at me. But I knew he was hurt. He was hurt, and he was in his cage. So I looked and I couldn't find him. And then I knew he was in his bed chamber. His bed chamber is full of string and paper and little pieces of wood chips that he has made a nest. It's a ball, and he's made a nest in there, and that's where he sleeps. Well, usually a chipmunk will not take anything that rots to their sleeping chamber, but they will carry an occasional nut or whatever in their jaws. Monk got one of those whole pecans and put it in his jaw and traveled through his tunnel. When he turned around in his bed chamber to come back out, he wouldn't fit. He wouldn't fit in the tunnel, and he was trying to make himself fit in the tunnel. And he was squeezing his jaws and hollering. I don't handle Monk. So I'm trying to think, what can I do? What can I do to get him out of there? The only thing Monk does is jump from his ball jump out of his cage into his ball and out of his ball into his cage. He's in this ball that's his bed chamber. So I did the only thing I could do. I unhooked it. I unhooked the tube from the cage. I grabbed a hold of the ball with this hand. I grabbed a hold of the tube with this hand, and I broke them open. And Monk goes flying, of course, because I knew that's what was going to happen, and lands in the floor. Because where else is he going to go? I mean, he's not going to miraculously land back in his cage. So he lands in the floor. So I get his ball. Every time I've dropped him, he fell through a crack one time, and I got his ball and he walked right in it. So I got his ball and put it down there, and the little bugger would not get in it. Oh, I was about to die. One of my cats is still in the house during this time. Killer cat is outside though. I backed him into the corner underneath the table where he lives, and I pushed the ball up to him while he scurries out the side. So when he comes over toward me a little bit, I reach up, I make sure the door is open on the cage. I reach down under the table. I get a firm grip on a firm grip, and I just hurried up and put him in that door and slammed it and locked it. And then I put my hand over the hole where the tube used to be. So I'm stuck there holding my hand over the tube where there's an opening in the cage now. Monk pushing on my hand with his nose. He just got a little taste of freedom. Let's see if we can get some more of that. I ain't know what to do. I thought if I put the tube back, his butt might climb back in there, and I eventually did put the tube back because I didn't have nothing else to put over that hole. And you just can't stuff wash rags or stuff. It doesn't work that way. A hamster cage doesn't. I put the tube back. I put the bed chamber back at the end of the tube, and I just prayed that he would not go back in there, that he done figured out he won't fit, that it hurts his jaws to try and travel with that big pecan in there because it's still in his jaws. It's in his jaws now. He's in his ball in the floor running around now. Scared me to death. Anyway, I've got a little small haul for you. I've got three big things. Let me see if I can get some light on the subject. This is a gloomy, rainy day here in Alabama. Yeah, that does help a little. Okay, I've got three blouses that I bought at the thrift store yesterday. Two of them are long sleeve because I'm in desperate need of long sleeve blouses. This is one of them. It has the little scallop neck, two buttons up here at the front. It has the little gathered sleeve, and it's a long sleeve. And then at the bottom, it's got just that little band that goes around the waist, and I love this color of blue. And then I picked this one up. This is also long sleeved, and it has the jewels around the collar. Let me see if I can get them close enough so you can see. It's the little jewels. I'm surprised the light's not making. I'm surprised the light's not making them reflect. But those are jewels, and this is so cute. It's long sleeved, and it's gathered with a little ruffle at the end of the sleeve. Then it's just got a little ruffle around the bottom as well. This is not long sleeve, but when I saw it, I just had to have it because it has pink in it. And it has a band underneath the breast like I like. I wear a lot of stuff that has that band underneath the breast. So that is my new shirt, and the bottom of it comes down to 4 points. So that's the style that it is at the bottom. It's a like not black and white one, except this one has pink in it. I have a black and white one that's exactly like this, but it doesn't have the pink. So that's my little story about my monk and my small thrift store haul. I'm going to relax for a minute because my heart's still beating 100 miles an hour. Everybody be safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day.